Yeah, we're at the track covering the sport of kings. Coming up, what happened when Jamaica's best 3-year-olds clashed in the St. Leger at Jamaica's Caymanas Park? The latest from TNT's Santa Rosa Park, a staggering story from Canada's Woodbine, where another husbands steal some of the headlines from ace jockey Patrick Husbands. And there's the customary report of a stakes triumph for the Florida-based Barbadian trainer Saffie Joseph Jnr. Let's start at Jamaica's Caymanas Park and that St. Leger story.
The betting heavily supporting last month's massive Guinness winners, the undefeated Phyllis Guinness champion Atomica with leading jockey Dane Dawkins aboard for trainer Gary Sabrati, and the Patrick Lynch-trained 2000 Guinness winner Blue Vinyl with young Radish Roman in the saddle. There's the 13-horse field, Atomica in the 5 box, the 1-5 favourite, her impeccable log of 5 lifetime starts, including wins in the Thornbird Stakes and Portmore for her Guinness Classic win. Number 12 Blue Vinyl, a strong second favourite at 7-5, coming off back-to-back wins in the Kingston and the 2000 Guinness. Number 2 Sunset Silhouette at 3-1, the third favourite. The next best supported in the betting, 16-1, the 3-horse Burning Red in the come box. Bran Rickman OD with a race call.
10 furlongs and they're off and running. Brinks comes away on the rail with Sunset Silhouette. Emperor of the Cats also got a good start. Blue Vinyl is now tacking across to take those leaders on as they thunder past us for the first time. The pacemaker is Brinks up front from Blue Vinyl and Emperor of the Cats. Atomica is tugging and Reserve right on their heels as they go into that clubhouse turn. Sunset Silhouette is well positioned on the rail, Burning Red in between horses. Outbidder races next as they leave the mile. Power is a further 3 lengths in behind Outbidder. The head Cornerstone runs next against the rail in the purple sleeves. The grey reins will come next. Morimoto just in behind by a length. Slam toward the back of the field. Roraima has overtaken Slam, and Slam now trails. They make their way toward the final 6 furlongs in the event, and Atomica has now tugged through, disputes that lead and gets it narrowly. Brinks continues to bounce easy in second. Blue Vinyl has them covered, just about 4 lengths off that lead. Emperor of the Cats is a further 2 lengths down, Burning Red right on his tail. Outbidder now being niggled along a bit as they leave the 5. Sunset Silhouette is further back with the head Cornerstone. Power races up toward the back of the field. Rainsville races up next, then Morimoto. In behind them, Roraima and Slam outclassed at the back as the tempo increases in the Ledger, and they make their way toward the 7/16th, and the filly Atomica now goes on. Here is the match race evolving. Blue Vinyl pulling alongside, and these two shoulder to shoulder as they leave the 3. In behind them, Brinks now looks to be feeling the heat, but the match race is on. Inside the final 5/16th, they're about to come into the lane. In the St. Leger, Atomica the filly. In the center, Blue Vinyl on the outside, and Brinks tries to fight back over against the rail. Atomica swerves to the fence. Blue Vinyl has the lead. Atomica trying to come on once again. Brinks is in behind them, but Blue Vinyl is driven to the max and holding the lead. Atomica, can she fight back? It is Blue Vinyl in the Ledger, opening up 2 lengths. Atomica the filly. First time she's been tested, and she's failed the test as Blue Vinyl comes away to score on the Radish Roman. Atomica has to settle for second.
A very classy St. Leger triumph this for 2000 Guinness winner Blue Vinyl, the 24-year-old jockey Radish Roman, in the space of just a month, collecting his first and second classic wins. And he had so much horse throughout the race, he told George Davis he knew he was a winner from early in the 10 furlong trip.
I eventually, after I tried to slow him down, he was pulling me.
At the half mile, you got to the filly. Did you get to her easily, or did you have to urge him to get to her?
Well, I get to her easily. I just say, let's go on her, Papa, and him just go on her, and I just relax him back.
Up the straight, was he getting tired, or because I saw you have to keep him up to his work? Was it that he was getting tired, or you just wanted to make sure he didn't falter?
You just want to make sure and keep him up to him till the winning post come.
Blue Vinyl, as the 7-5 second favourite, wins with authority by 4 1/4 lengths over the 1-5 favourite Atomica, who suffered some traffic problems in the early stages of her first career loss. The 27-1 shot Brinks does well for third. A relatively quick 10 furlong run this of 2 minutes, 7 2/5. Only Big Daddy Cool in 2015 and Nipster 2 years ago had faster St. Leger winning times in the last 16 years. Celebration for groom Dave Bell, trainer Patrick Lynch, a former jockey, getting his 4th classic win, but first St. Leger, and he, along with owner M&M's Michael Gale, are savouring Blue Vinyl's Triple Crown bid in next month's Derby.
You know the Derby is up my street.
Go on the States town, you know my trainer is the greatest. I leave everything up to you.
The Jamaica Derby, by the way, which closes off the Triple Crown Series, will be run on the 6th of August. Let's move now to Trinidad and Tobago's Santa Rosa Park, where veteran jockey Ricky Jadu achieved win number 900 in his career on Saturday. But let's check out race number 6 for 3-year-old and over horses. Without doubt, the most exciting on the card.
The trip was 8 3/4 furlongs on the main track, a 7-horse field, including the Roroma Stables unbeaten Guinness winner, Crown Prince, the big 1-5 favourite, also in the lineup, last year's Guinness champion, Just Exhale, in the com box. John Rupert with a call, the favourite in front, heading for the home stretch.
They're approaching the 400-meter pole, and Crown Prince still the leader. Finishing touch looks a threat on the outside. Then comes Just Exhale in third, and Coup d'etat is staying on together with Sunset Cloud. And the Star of Wonder and Fast and Furious dives towards the rail. Into the home stretch they come with 200 meters to go, and Crown Prince asserts himself and is pulling away here. Finishing touch is in second. Just Exhale is coming on late. Crown Prince holding the lead. Finishing touch is coming at him. Crown Prince and finishing touch. Crown Prince finishing touch. Here's the wire. It looked to be finishing touch.
What a finish there. Crown Prince, the favourite, denied at the wire. Dylan Kellewan with a rousing finish on the outside aboard the informed finishing touch. Champion jockey Brand Boodram Singh aboard the favourite Crown Prince denied a 4th consecutive win on the card, as he had scored in the 3rd, 4th and 5th races. 3 wins in a row now for the ZK Racing Stables finishing touch, scoring the surprise win at 5-1 odds by a short head for trainer Lester Alexis, handing the favourite Crown Prince his first defeat in 4 lifetime starts. Just Exhale third at 7-1 odds. 152.91 the winning time for 8 3/4 furlongs.
Let's check in on Canada's Woodbine racetrack now, where the Barbadian riding ace Patrick Bummel Husbands registered a record-equaling 5th win in the Celine Stakes.
The 7-time Woodbine champion jockey was aboard champion trainer Mark Cass's Super Hoity-Toity in the Celine Stakes, and here he is in second in the red cap, coming up in the 2-path to challenge for the lead.
Down the lane in front, join the dance from Super Hoity-Toity coming. Katish is running a big race despite having been slow at the gate. Katish coming after Super Hoity-Toity, who's in front. Super Hoity-Toity the leader. Katish in second, and then came Mrs. Barbara, and Super Hoity-Toity on the inside is holding on to win the Celine Stakes. Super Hoity-Toity first.
Husbands with a record-equaling 5th Celine Stakes win. The great Canadian jockey Sandy Holy also won 5. For the 5th year in a row, this champion trainer Mark Cassy is winning the Celine. Mrs. Barbara, last year's Canadian champion 2-year-old female, was Cassy's most fancied entry in the field, but only 3rd here. Katish, the even money favourite, 2nd. Super Patrick Husbands denying them both with Super Hoity-Toity by 3/4 of a length to snatch the major slice of the $150,000 purse, clocking 145.11 for the 8.5 furlong trip. Patrick wasn't the only Husbands in the spotlight over the weekend. His teenage nephew Micah Husbands, would you believe it, in his very first ride ever in a race, making it a winning one, pretty much gate to wire, aboard the 9-2 bet Rosebud's Hope in Sunday's allowance optional claiming 6th race, watched in the com box by Bob Geller.
Still Micah Husbands in front in his first lifetime ride at Woodbine, and he goes for home on Rosebud's Hope. 3 in front of Cheer Up Sleepy Jean, Diva Ready, and now the finishers from the back out wide. Gloriania, Rosebud's Hope's 5 in front, and this is amazing for Micah Husbands. Can he hang on? He's well ahead. Down the outside, Guileful tearing home. Rosebud's Hope coming to the wire. Rosebud's Hope has won it. What a debut ride.
Only 19 years old, Micah Husbands, son of TNT jockey Fazal Razak, and Patrick Husbands' sister Selena, with an unforgettable debut ride here. This doesn't happen often in racing, I can tell you. First ride ever and winning. Micah Husbands with a victory aboard the 7-year-old mare Rosebud's Hope for trainer Kevin Attard. A pretty beefy purse of $101,000 for an allowance optional claiming event, with a victory margin 1 3/4 lengths. The winning time for 7.5 furlongs, 1:31.07.
To Florida now for At the Track's closing story this week. Make it 11 stakes wins now this calendar year for Saffie Joseph Jr., the Barbadian trainer's latest, coming at his home base, Gulfstream Park.
The $100,000 Bob Humphrey Stakes, Saffie Joseph's entry here, the 3-1 bet chasing Artie, Edgar Zayas aboard in 3rd on the outside. and poised to pounce on the front runners.
Here comes Chasing Artie, 3 wide and on a move, tape to tape from between horses. Off cover and into the clear is the Virginian with 3/16 to go. Chasing Artie, driven up on the outside to challenge for control. Warrior's Pride is very game. The Virginian is surging forward. Final 16th of a mile. Chasing Artie has the lead. The Virginian runs at him on the outside. Chasing Artie digs in and hangs on.
At 3-1 odds, Kenneth Ramsey's Chasing Artie holds on to score by 3/4 of a length ahead of the 9-5 favourite, the Virginian, and stopping the clock in the Bob Humphrey 5.5 furlong sprint at 1:04.71 for Gulfstream Park's leading trainer, Saffie Joseph Jr.
Before we go, our statistical update. In the past week since our last show, Caribbean racing men have won 56 races in the USA and Canada, including stakes trams at Winnipeg's Assiniboia Downs for the TNT jocks Pravin Patry and Stanley Chady Jr., who had 2 added money wins. We've been at the track, covering top stories and exciting races in the sport of kings. Check us out again next week.